This actually broke this morning. Meta's former COO Sheryl Sandberg is leaving the company board after more than a decade. She departs at a time when the company behind Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram faces regulatory scrutiny. Now, while she did help Facebook become a tech juggernaut, she was also hugely criticized for letting it run amok, particularly during the 2016 and 2020 elections. The platform under fire for allowing the spread of misinformation and doing nothing about it. Now you've got artificial intelligence into the mix. Salesforce, ServiceNow, IBM, other companies are touting how AI is the be-all and end-all if it's incorporated into their businesses. But can we trust the AI to police the internet? Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive, billionaire entrepreneur Frank McCourt Jr., who was CEO at his company, a real estate company, and he left that position to focus on rebuilding the internet and social media with a new venture called Project Liberty. You joining us now about this. So Sheryl Sandberg steps down. She was one of the two, along with the CEO Mark Zuckerberg, who were widely criticized for allowing all kinds of misinformation. What has changed since the 2020 election?
Well, really nothing, and which is the issue and which is the focus of Project Liberty. It's enough is enough. We see the harms that social media and big tech generally is doing to our society generally, undermining democracies, harming kids, and so forth. It's time to fix the tech and actually have it work for people, not these platforms. And that's the focus of Project Liberty. I've committed $500 million to the effort, and that's just the seed capital that's going to be required here to actually change how the internet works. But this is very, very doable, and it's necessary. We're entering an election season. I just came back from Davos. Mis and disinformation were the #1 issue that executives there were concerned about. And it's chaotic right now, and we're entering into a very important election in the U.S. and in democracies around the world.
Sitting in that chair yesterday, Wendy Whitmore, Palo Alto Networks, looked at us dead in the eye and said, leading up to, we're already seeing 50% increase in all kinds of misinformation and hacks and malware ahead of the 2024 election in November, and it's going to be, quote, crazy. You talk about creating a more responsible internet. Well, what is an example of irresponsible technology?
Well, it's what we have now. So basically, the current tech architecture, basically, it's a autocratic, centralized, surveillance-based technology that basically scrapes our data, not just yours and mine, everyone's, aggregates it in 4 or 5 big platforms, and then those companies decide what to optimize for, right? And what ended up happening is the web, which was designed theoretically to connect all of us and to lift up humanity, was co-opted by these big tech platforms. And it's become, as I say, very, very centralized. We need to re-decentralize it so individuals are at the center, so that it's an internet for human beings, not an internet for platforms.
We have about 1 minute. Really quickly, what we're seeing now with office leases and empty offices in the big U.S. cities is the highest rate of emptiness since 1986. We know what happened in 1987. It was the stock market crash. Does what we have today in commercial real estate portend a similar stock market crash, maybe in a year or two?
Yeah, I don't know. I can predict the future no better than anyone else. I think the real estate is definitely going through an adjustment, but it will adjust. But I think the most important thing, Liz, is we need a big, bold project right now to redirect where the country is going. And I would argue that fixing this technology and really having this tech work for people will lift a lot of boats here, and fill a lot of office buildings.
Frank McCourt Jr., we applaud what you're doing. I want to see you before the election even begins to heat up once again.